Well, at least 10 people were killed and at least 10 were injured in a mass shooting in Monterey Park, California, as many gathered for the Lunar New Year festival. The suspect responsible fled the scene and remains at large. NBC's Steve Patterson has the latest near the scene.
Still very early in this investigation, but we are now getting information from police. Again, the number that we have at this moment, and could change at any point, is 10 dead right now and then 10 wounded on top of that additionally. Those conditions range anywhere from stable to critical condition as those people were transported from the scene to area hospitals. The horrific shooting taking place shortly after about 10:20 Saturday evening. Police still searching for a suspect. A male suspect, a male shooter believed to be in the area, fled the scene after the shooting. Police, of course, asking for anybody with any information to contact them. Police also telling people in this area to remain vigilant. They do have a shooter that is at large at this point. This would have taken place after what is one of the largest Lunar New Year celebrations in Southern California, if not the country. Tens of thousands of people coming together for a two-day celebration. The day two of that has now been canceled, would have been on Sunday, due to the shooting. Police, of course, continuing to investigate. They believe there may even be a second scene that is part of the investigation as well. But again, motive, as far as this being indiscriminate, or a hate crime, all of that is further down the line as police need to do their detective work and to find the shooter as soon as possible. We expect more briefings. As soon as we know more, we'll let you know. Back to you.
President Biden expressed his condolences for the victims in a tweet saying, quote, Jill and I are praying for those killed and injured in last night's deadly mass shooting, and I am monitoring the situation closely, end quote. Today, Vice President Kamala Harris also addressed the shooting while speaking in Tallahassee, Florida, saying, quote, yet another community has been torn apart by senseless gun violence, end quote. The Biden administration says they will continue to provide full support to local authorities. And here at home, state officials are reacting to the news of the mass shooting. U.S. Senator Tammy Duckworth in a statement said, quote, I am outraged and heartbroken for our AA-NHPI community. Gun violence has once again turned a day of celebration into another tragedy, this time in California. My heart is with the victims and all who were hurt on this attack on Lunar New Year. It doesn't have to be this way, end quote. This also revives the debate here in Illinois on the ban on assault weapons, especially when California has a ban on semi-automatic weapons. On Friday, an Illinois judge put the state's recently passed ban on a temporary hold after police officers and sheriffs said they would not enforce the law. State Representative Dave Vella explains key differences between California's law and Illinois' new ban.
One of the big things that separates our bill from California's is we started trying to go after where the illegal guns are coming from. We could put a lot of money and resources into the state police. They're going to be really focusing on how these guns are getting into our community, where are they coming from, and trying to stop the flow, the pipeline in their communities.
And on the other side of the aisle, however, State Senator Andrew Chesney disagrees, saying there is no place for the ban in the state of Illinois.
Gun bans don't work and they don't keep our citizens safe. You're disarming the law-abiding citizens throughout Illinois, right? And so what it does is it disarms the good and empowers the bad. And you saw in the same situation in California that have very, very restrictive gun regulation does nothing to prevent horrific massacres.